I just love storytelling and I love chasing the stories.
So thank you so much for bringing us to where all the action is today.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. Thanks for the conversation. I'm looking forward to it.
So when did you first start in this role?
I just started being the Toronto Raptors sideline reporter October this past year. It's all fresh still.
How did you react when you learned that you were hired for this position?
Got a call. It was like, hey, did you want to be the sideline reporter on Sportsnet for the Toronto Raptors? I was like, is this a legit question? Is this a hypothetical question? The answer is yes. I'm like, do you need time to think about it? I'm like, no. I'm like, the answer is yes.
Can you take us through a typical work day?
Every single day, I'm checking news on Twitter for any Raptors updates, constantly reading articles and stories from my colleagues. I'm going to practices. I'm going to shoot around. It's an always on job for sure.
What does it mean to you to be in this position?
Being a BIPOC woman, this position means a lot to me. When I was 16 years old, it kind of resonated in me that I could do this position in the first place because I saw a woman that looked like me. I didn't know that I could tie in my passion for basketball as well as my passion for media. Even on my worst days, I think about maybe there's somebody watching me on TV, they're thinking, oh, I didn't know that I could do that too.
So what do you love most about this role so far?
The ability to tell stories a bit more directly than I was before because I just love storytelling and I love chasing the stories and getting to know people better and bringing more humanity into this high-level sport.
Is there a certain experience or moment or interview with a player that stands out most to you as something that means a lot so far in your time here?
Probably a walk-off interview I had with OG Anunoby. He's notorious for giving short answers. I was proud of myself for kind of sticking with my gut there, and he ended up rewarding me with some pretty good answers for him.
You were at Toronto Metropolitan University and the sport media program.
So I was doing the math. We have a good coach. We have a school that's right in the heart of a city, down the street from professional teams, and we have a program that's the best in Canada, arguably one of the best in the world for media. So I feel like I was kind of called towards TMU.
Can you talk about the value of that program and what it meant to you in terms of impact on where you are now?
So I created my own opportunities within the program structure. So I used, at the time it was called Spirit Live, a radio show to get my reps up being comfortable with using my own voice and interviewing people. Other than that, sport media taught me the fundamentals of paperwork, kind of how to write a script, how to do a storyboard. The location of TMU was probably the best part because you're so connected to the city and you're right down the street from Scotiabank Arena and all the major sports teams.
What advice do you have for other journalism students today, or specifically sports journalism students?
If you work hard enough and you bring the skill set and the talent and everything, then eventually you'll get recognized. Keep on knocking on doors and keep pitching your work because hey, closed mouths don't get fed. So just keep going. That's my biggest advice. Keep going.